Hi, welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas to those of you who are celebrating. Today we're going to be hopping into a relatively mellow, feel-good, stretchy flow, something to ease back into yoga after the weekend filled with food and staying up late and all that good stuff. Anyways, I hope that you had a wonderful weekend with your loved ones. And I also wanted to take this time to talk about January, which is right around the corner. I'm going to be posting 5 classes a week. So like a little bit of a New Year's resolution / intentions challenge. So the challenge will be called Intentions. It's going to be 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 3 vinyasa flows / power yogas, and then 2 more relaxed flows per week. And I'm going to leave a link down below where you can enter your email if you want to maybe win one of my favorite travel mats at the end of it. So all you'll have to do is give your email and like the videos that I post and comment if you feel like it. But yeah, super excited for that challenge and I hope that you are too. Anyways, with that being said, let's hop into the video. All right, so for today's flow, we're going to start in child's pose. So you can make your way there with the knees wide apart, big toes together. And let's just rest the forehead down on the mat. Very relaxed start today. So we're just going to close the eyes here in child's pose and take a moment just to arrive onto your mat. So starting to notice the space around you, the different sounds that you might hear from inside and outside the house. And then noticing the 4 corners of your mat and how the mat feels beneath your fingertips and all the different points of contact between your body and the floor. And let's go ahead and take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, filling your lungs with air. And then exhaling out through the mouth, letting it all go. And one more deep breath in. And exhaling through the mouth, release. And then let's start to breathe in and out through the nose, finding more and more length in your child's pose, reaching forward through the fingertips and pulling the hips back towards the heels. Breathing deeply, feeling the upper back expand every time you breathe in. And taking a moment here to reflect. This is our last practice together before the new year. So taking a moment to set an intention for how you want to end 2022. So any value or quality that you want to invite into your life, or maybe your intention is about letting go. Anything that comes to your mind, and it's going to be different for every one of us. So just take a moment here to think about what resonates with you. And maybe to dedicate this practice to that intention. And let's take another few breaths here. And on your next exhale, let's walk both hands off the mat to the right, stretching out the left side of your body. 3 breaths. And try to keep that intention with you throughout the whole practice so that you can move with purpose. On your next inhale, let's bring the hands back through center, reach the fingertips forward, and then exhale, let's walk both hands over to the left. And next inhale, let's come back through center. And then let's slowly start to ripple forward, rounding your spine. And then we will peel the chest open as you drop the hips, bending the elbows as much as you need, pulling the shoulders back and away from the ears. And then exhale, lowering the chest all the way down to the floor. And then slowly let's start to round all the way back to child's pose. And again, rounding forward, breathing in, peeling the chest open. Exhale, releasing the chest all the way down. And pressing into the hands, rounding your spine all the way back to child's pose. And then one last time, all the way into a high cobra. And exhale, release the chest all the way down to the mat. Let's tent the fingers. Fingers are off the mat, elbows point up. Inhaling, let's lift the chest using your back muscles. Exhaling to release. And again, inhaling to lift. Exhale to release. And one more, breathing in. On your exhale, let's drop the right shoulder, look over your left shoulder, take a deep breath in and out here. And then inhale, let's lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, lower your left shoulder, look over the right. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale to release. Let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders, press up, tabletop. And here you can take your time, moving in any direction that feels good. Maybe figure eights with your spine, or just circular motions, or just cat and cow, whatever you feel called to. And anywhere you feel like you're tight in the body, you can move into those spaces. And let's slowly come back to a neutral spine. Let's extend the right leg back, tuck the toes, and just start to rock back and forth. And then let's pause here. Left arm reaches up, inhale. And then exhale, thread the needle and drop your left shoulder, left side of the head down. So the right leg stays extended. And then let's reach the right arm towards the top of the mat. Breathe. 3 breaths here, sending the breath into your left shoulder. And now pushing off your left shoulder, we're going to reach both arms up to the sky. So keep your right leg where it is. Start to ground your right heel. Inhale, both arms reach up. And then exhale, side bend over your right leg. So a little bit of a tricky transition at first. So maybe you want to take a look at the video and then maybe pause it and repeat. But once you get it, it's quite simple. On your next exhale, let's cartwheel the hands back down to the mat, square the hips, and then let's bring the right foot behind the left leg. So crossing the right leg behind the left, pressing into the right shoulder, looking over your left shoulder. And on your next inhale, let's look forward, extend the right leg back, left arm reaches. Exhale, knee to nose for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to extend. Let's bring the left hand back down on the mat. Right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. And then let's start to pull the hips down and lift the chest. So you don't want to round the spine, just lift for now. Good, and let's hold for 5. And now let's tuck the toes, lift your left knee, And then we're going to keep the left hand on the mat. Let's lift the right arm up to the sky. Now you can either stay here or come onto the outer blades of your feet and hold. But let's keep the hips in the air. Maybe the right arm reaches over the right ear. On your next exhale, let's bring the right hand down, look forward. Left foot steps on the outside of the left hand. Malasana Yogi Squat. Good for 5 breaths here. Opening up the hips, growing nice and tall. On your next exhale, let's bring both hands on the mat behind us. Sit down, keep your feet hip-width distance apart, knees bent. Hands come just behind the hips, fingers point towards the feet. As you breathe in, let's press into the heels, lift the hips off the mat, reverse table. Exhale, let's lower, tap the hips to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Let's squeeze both knees into the chest. Now the knees can touch, opposite hand to opposite elbow, and try to lift your chest over your knees. So really tall spine, pulling the shoulders back and down. The left hand will keep holding both knees. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale to lengthen through the crown of the head, and then exhale to twist a little bit deeper to the right. And on your next inhale, let's come back through center. Right hand holds both knees. Left hand goes behind you. Twist to the left. And let's come back through center. Let's start to rock back and forth a few times. And then we're just going to cross the shins and make our way back to tabletop. Good. Here, let's take 5 rounds of cat and cow. Shoulders are directly stacked over the wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, let's drop the belly, pull the chest through. Exhale, let's round the spine, pushing the mat away. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to round. Head for 3. For 2. And 1 more. On your next inhale, let's come back to a neutral spine. Let's extend the left leg behind us, tuck the toes, and just start to rock back and forth. So maybe you already feel a little bit of heat in the body. Again, we're not looking to really do anything too crazy, but just we're activating all the different parts of the body, moving and stretching after the long weekend that we all had. And let's reach the right arm up, inhale. And then exhale, thread the needle, dropping your right shoulder, right side of the head down. Left arm reaches forward. And let's hold. So keep squeezing navel in, feeling the length in the whole left side of the body, but also breathing into the back of the right shoulder, feeling a little bit of a stretch around the right shoulder blade. All right, now for the next move, a little bit of coordination as we push off the right side, both arms reach up, and then side bend over your left leg. Left foot is now flat on the mat. As you breathe out, let's cartwheel both hands down. Extend your left leg back, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, knee to nose for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend. Let's drop the right hand underneath the right shoulder. Left foot crosses behind the right leg. Press into your left hand, look over at the right shoulder. On your next inhale, look forward, extend the left leg back. Exhale, left foot steps beside the left hand. Drop the hips, open up the chest. And let's hold here. Fingertips stay down on the mat. Keep lifting the heart space and make sure that you keep engaging the right glute as well to protect the right hip so you're not sinking too deep. And then let's tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Right hand can plant down on the mat, or you can come onto your fingertips. Left arm reaches up, and then either stay here or come onto your outer blades of the feet, but keeping the hips in the air. Left arm can reach over the left ear. And again, both legs are very active here, both glutes as well. As you breathe out, let's bring the left hand down, look towards the top of the mat, square the hips. Right foot steps on the outside of the right hand, Malasana Yogi Squat. Let's take a twist. Right arm reaches underneath the right knee. Left arm reaches up, and feel free to either stay here or grab a bind behind your right leg. So left elbow bends behind the back, right elbow bends in front of your right knee. Let's open up the heart. On your next inhale, let's open. Exhale, both hands come to the heart space. Left arm reaches underneath left knee, right arm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, maybe bind around your left leg. And on your next inhale, let's open up the arms. Exhale, Malasana Yogi Squat. Let's bring both hands behind us once again. Sit down. Both hands stay beside your hips. Inhale, lift the hips, reverse tabletop. And then exhale, let's try to pull the hips through the hands. Maybe fully straightening the legs, maybe keeping them bent. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release the hips down. Let's hold the knees, rock back and forth. And then we're going to make our way up to a forward fold. So you can use the help of your hands to press into the mat and just fold over your legs at the top of the mat. Legs can stay generously bent. Feet are hip width distance apart. Let's go ahead and sway the upper body side to side just to loosen it up. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And last one, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Bending the knees, let's roll up 1 vertebra at a time. And inhale, let's reach the arms above the head. Now exhale, let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Breathing in to open up the heart. Exhale to fold. And now we're not going to hold, we're going to start to swing the body up and down. So as you breathe in, I'll do the first one in slow motion. We'll release the hands. And then the thumbs will hook in front of the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, stand up tall, and open up the chest by pulling your arms behind your ears. As you breathe out, release the bind of the hands, fold forward, bend the knees, hands will interlace behind your back, and fold. Inhale, release, hook the thumbs in front of you, rise up, open up the chest. Exhale, fold forward, hands interlace behind your back. Inhale, rise up, hooking the thumbs. Exhale, Fold forward, interlacing the hands. Inhale, stand up tall, hook the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, interlace the hands. And you can keep going slow here, or you can speed it up, really letting your body swing. Let's do 2 more. Last one, inhale. Now let's stay standing, interlace your hands. Let's bring the palms of the hands at the back of the head. Pull your elbows out. Breathe in, let's push the back of the head into the hands. And then as you exhale, let's glue the chin into the chest. And now we're going to keep the chin into the chest glued, and we'll roll the upper body down. So I'll try to not speak too much in the mic. So breathe in here, exhale, chin into chest. Breathe in, stay here. Exhale, forehead to rib cage. Breathe in. Exhale, forehead to hips. Keep your chin into your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, forehead to thighs. Breathe in. Exhale, forehead to knees. And then keep your knees as bent as you need to so that they touch your forehead. And then with the connection of your forehead to your knees, try to straighten your legs a little bit more. So it's a lot of compression. And we hold for 5. On your next inhale, let's bend the knees, keep the hands behind the head, come into chair pose. Let's interlace the hands behind the lower back once again. Open up the heart, really go for a back bend if that feels good. And then exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now let's step the right foot way back and just hold here. Now let's ground the right heel, come into a warrior 1, stretching out the whole front body. Let's just hold. Good. Trying to make yourself as long as possible, trying to keep the right heel grounded, so you're stretching out the right calf. And then we will come into pyramid pose, so maybe stepping the right foot a little bit closer to the left, straightening the left leg, exhaling to fold over your left leg, maybe flexing the left toes. Now let's release the left toes with a flat back if possible. You can always bend your left knee, but if you can, keep it straight. Let's rise all the way back up. And then as you step forward, let's bring the right knee into the chest. And then let's cross the right ankle over the left knee, figure 4. And getting a big stretch in that right glute. On your next inhale, rise up, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now let's step the left foot back and hold here. Now from here, let's ground the left heel. Inhale, warrior 1, rise up. And let's hold for 5. Good. Keep trying to keep the hips level, so pulling that right hip back, left hip forward, and making sure you're not compressing your lower back, so not collapsing all your weight, really trying to lift up and out of the waist. Now let's step the left foot a little bit closer. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Pyramid pose. And your chest can stay much higher if you want. Of course, just fold deeper if you want to go deeper, if you have that space today. Now trying to keep the right leg straight, but of course you can bend it. Let's come into a halfway lift, and then with a flat back if possible, rise up. As you step forward, let's bring the left knee into the chest, hands to the heart, and then cross your left ankle over the right knee, sink down low, figure 4. Getting that stretch in the left glute, left outer hip. And then from here, let's stand up tall, left foot steps beside the right, hands reach above the head, and let's come high up onto the toes. For a count of 5, let's lower down hips to heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. You can bring your hands behind you. Let's come into a seat. Extending your legs out in front of you. Let's bend the right knee. Left hand comes behind you. Right arm reaches up. And then exhale, right hand can reach for the left foot. And you can either stay here and just fold, or maybe right arm wraps around your right leg, left arm behind your back. Inhaling to open up the chest a little bit more, and then exhaling to fold with the bind. 5 breaths here. And here it's completely natural for the spine to round. Just try to keep opening your chest. On your next inhale, let's rise up, release the bind. Let's drop the right knee, janu sirsasana, so the right sole of the foot is against the left inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine over the left leg. And then exhale, let's fold over the left leg. The right knee keeps inching closer towards the mat. As you breathe in, let's slowly rise up, and we'll switch sides. So extend your right leg, bend your left knee, right hand comes behind you. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, let's reach for the right foot. Maybe just fold like this, or wrap around your left knee. If you're wrapped, inhale to open up the chest even more, and then exhale to fold a little deeper. As you breathe in, let's rise up, release the bind, drop your left knee out to the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine once more. Exhale, fold over the right leg. 5 breaths. On your next inhale, let's slowly rise. Now let's bring both knees together. We'll come all the way down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Let's bring both knees into the chest. And we'll take a gentle twist. Both knees go over to the right, left arm reaches out to the left. And then let's slowly come back through center, and then both knees go over to the left, right arm reaches out to the right. Last time coming back through center. Let's give ourselves a big hug, squeezing the knees into the chest, taking a deep breath in, and then holding the breath, squeezing yourself as tightly as you can for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, let it all go. Come into savasana. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, release. Noticing how you're feeling right now lying here on the floor. If you feel more present than you did in the beginning of the practice, if you feel more connected to yourself. And always when you're in Shavasana, trying to use this time to gain more and more self-awareness. Let's also remember the intention that we set in the beginning of the practice, to maybe reaffirm it in your mind right now. Let it sink in. And taking a moment to be grateful for this past year, for all the things that brought you joy, for all the things that you learned, no matter how small they might be. And taking a moment to let go of anything that you do not wish to take with you into the new year. So you could even visualize with each breath in, you are breathing in your new intention or affirmations. And with each exhale, you are letting go of whatever no longer serves you. You can slowly start to deepen your breath and wiggle fingertips and toes. Gradually increasing the movement and stretching out in any direction that feels good. And in your own time, we will make our way up to a comfortable seat. Growing nice and tall, keeping your eyes closed, resting the hands on your knees. And let's reach the arms above the head as you breathe in, exhaling hands to the heart space. And as you go forth into the rest of your day, may you have peace in your thoughts, may you have peace in your words, and may you have peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you so much for practicing with me throughout this whole year. If you've been around for that long, if not, I'm so excited for you to be here. And yes, this was the last practice for 2022. So thank you. And I will see you next week for the start of the January Intentions Challenge. I don't know why I did that, but anyways, looking forward to it. I hope that you are too, and enjoy the rest of your year.